I was finally successful last night here in Pennsylvania on public land. Waited till this morning, wanted to come out and get some good pictures, so I have the film crew back there. But just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a teaser. We had a very exciting beginning of November. We have a lot of footage that backed up between Jared and I. Had a lot of good buck encounters. So we're going to get those rolled out there, and then this hunt will follow. So just be sure to keep checking out the channel. We appreciate you guys for watching, and we hope you enjoy the footage. Thanks, guys.
Well, it's the morning of November 2nd, and as you can tell, I'm really bundled up. It was like 30 degrees when I left the house, and we got 15 to 20 mile-an-hour winds. So we're looking at like a real feel. I think they were saying like in the teens. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but down in here in the bottom, I at least chose to get off the ridge top that I was going to hunt. Down in the bottom, that Ian's actually hunted a couple mornings, and he actually saw nothing. But the reason I'm in here is we got multiple pictures of daylight bucks hitting a scrape probably about 50 yards right in front of me here in this bottom. And my thought was, with the way that the wind's up today, might have more of a chance of them coming through as well. But in the last week, we probably had, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 daylight pictures of shooter bucks on this scrape in front of us. It just happened it's Sunday when we can't hunt. There was one standing there in the morning, and then I think actually in the evening as well. And Saturday night we went trick-or-treating with the kids. There was a buck there as well, so we just seemed to be missing them. So Ian went a different spot, I popped in here, and we're all under the understanding that somebody needs to be hunting here every morning, because eventually buck's gonna be here when we're gonna be here, and we're gonna get one killed down in here.
It's about 32 or 33 degrees, but there's a lot of wind, and they were saying the wind chill was supposed to be like in the teens. Obviously this time of year I'd like to sit all day, but I tried to get as many clothes on as I could. Carried a bunch in here to the stand, so it took me a while to get up here, but I wasn't too worried about it if that keeps me in the stand longer. I came in here on Thursday, and I come walk down in here, and there was 2 pretty nice rubs, and then I saw all these other extra scrapes that are popped up, so I threw a camera up there and got out of here. Yesterday I came in here, the wind was already up pretty good, so it masked a lot of the sound. I came and checked that card, so just in 2.5, 3 days, there was 3 of the big bucks that are in here were through. 2 of them were actually at night. 1 was in daylight. It was actually yesterday. You can never tell what's gonna move through this time of year, so just need to be in the stand.
So here's a little update for you. It's 8:25, and I'm freezing my butt off. Wind is howling off and on, but when it does, it's really cold. I'm down in the bottom here, and I don't have any cell phone service, but for whatever reason it just beeped in on my phone. I got a text message from Ian, so then I managed to get a call out to him, and he informed me that the place I was going to go this morning, but then changed my mind when Dad wasn't coming to this spot. One of my shooter bucks went past my cell camera at like 20 after 7 or something. I don't have enough service to actually check it to see which one it was, but he said it was definitely in daylight, and walked right by the camera. So different farm, actually in a different county, but I called an audible when Dad wasn't going to come sit here, so I guess it's called hunting, but that's a kick in the stomach right there. I don't know how much longer of this I'm gonna endure, because it's pretty cold, but at some point I'm gonna get down and I'll get to where I got service, check my cameras, and see which camera he was on, and make a play for this evening. Hopefully he'll stay in that wood lot, and then I can try to catch him coming out. So, oh well, it's called hunting, it's not called killing. Okay, so here's your update. It's just about 10 o'clock. I'm gonna start packing my stuff up. I'm gonna get down and head out, and then I'm gonna head to that farm that I got. Well, I didn't get the pictures. Ian texted me that there was pictures of one of my shooter bucks on this other farm. So I'm gonna get down, probably grab something to eat real quick, warm up for a little bit because I'm freezing, and then head over to that other farm, and then hopefully, I haven't seen the pictures, so I don't know if he was just coming through by himself or if he was with a doe, but I'm hoping that he's with a doe and she hangs around there and then heads right back out to the field for the evening, and hopefully I can get in front of them and try to knock them down. So getting down, relocating. Next time you see me, I'll be in a different tree. Still freezing, but different tree. Headed in for my afternoon set, and came into where I had a bunch of cell camera pictures this morning. Was in the wrong spot, and my shooter buck was in here. Obviously he hit the scrape. It was about 20 after 8, the last picture I got of him, so let's get in the stand. Hopefully he's still around. I think he was with the doe, so hopefully she bed close. So it's 20 after 1, and I moved spots. Came over here to where I was getting his pictures, that big 13, his mainframe 10, 3 stickers on him early this morning. Had pictures of him down across this valley at about 20 after 7, and then right over my left shoulder at about 20 after 8. And there was one other buck in a couple of the pictures, so I think there was a hot doe in the area here. What I'm hoping is she bedded down somewhat close, and we'll head out to the field. The wind is ripping up here. It actually just died down as soon as I started this interview, but it is the tallest knob around here, and it's just catching all the wind. So I'm gonna bundle back up and try to sit in here. Hopefully we'll either get up and move around a little bit right midday here, or right here before dark. I got fields on either side of me. It's kind of on this knob. It's kind of a funnel. That's why I had that camera set there anyhow. But oh well, fingers crossed. I should have been here this morning, but with the way this wind was, it was even worse this morning. So I don't know how long it would have lasted, but probably could have lasted at least till 8.
The camera that Jared was hunting by this morning, or I should say the area he was hunting at this morning, there's a scrape there. Got a cell camera over that, and talked about it earlier, about I'd hunted it a bunch, and then the 2 nights I didn't hunt it, there were bucks that showed up there at like 5:30. He didn't see a single deer there this morning. Cameras over at the other property where he wanted to go, or was planning on going if it wasn't so windy, had bucks on it. He leaves here, goes over to the other property after he ate lunch, and just after, it's like 2:20 right now, just a little bit after 2 o'clock, my phone buzzed. Down there where Jared was this morning, nice big heavy 8-point standing right in that scrape. Well, things are just getting even more ridiculous. It's about 20 after 2:30, something like that. And as you can tell, the wind is just ripping up here. Well,
the injury, I moved from that spot this morning that we were hunting over that scrape. At 2 o'clock, you get a picture of probably like a 140-inch 10 standing in that scrape, literally right in front of where I was hunting this morning. Not 10 or 15 minutes later, it's so loud up here you can't hear anything. Deer blows right behind me. I'm looking the opposite direction. I whirl around to see the buck that I'm in here hunting is standing within 25 yards of me that I never saw come in because I'm looking the other way and you can't hear anything behind you. Thing stops, checks up to me like 35, 40. I get pulled back on it and it's straight away, and then it looked like it was going to veer left, and then it just kept going straight away. So it ran up into this finger of woods out in front of me, but chances of it coming back are probably slim, but I'm at a loss. This has just been a rough day of bad breaks. I got a tiny bit of footage of it as it was farther out there out of bow range, but at the time all I did is I kicked on the Tacticam on the bow. It was just way too fast, but I don't know, hopefully maybe it'll come back. I don't know. I doubt it. Today's just been a total crapshoot. Well, we're winding down to the end of another evening here. Today was a depressing sit. Sat here for, probably almost 11 hours. And I saw about 2 seconds of one deer. It was over here off my right shoulder. It was across this little ravine here up on the other side. I heard some people talking up on top of the hill. Must have bumped it out of there, 'cause I just saw it running down through a little opening. Not what I expected, that's for sure. Well, we got about 20 minutes of legal light left. Camera light's gonna fade here pretty quickly, but all in all, it was actually a pretty eventful afternoon. After all the excitement of trail camera pictures from different areas with bucks in daylight and being in the wrong spot, and then getting here and then having that shooter come in on me, just the wind was howling. It didn't work out. I did get pulled back on him though, and if he'd have got broadside, I would have been able to get a shot off at him. So I mean, you gotta take it for what it was worth. But right after he walked off, a little ache came from where he went to. I don't know if he bumped him out of that thick stuff and kind of like chased him off, but he come past me, and then right here, right before end of legal account, I can see right now 6 doe within sight. There's 2 fields on either side of me in this little strip of trees that I'm in between, and then I had a monster 4-point come. He was chasing it. He bumped the doe around a little bit, and then he came right past the bottom of the tree, and then he circled out and he chased one of the other doe. I didn't get any footage of that. It's an exciting day. November's here. They're starting to chase around, so matter of time I'll get one of the big bucks in front of me and actually get a clear shot at him. All in all, it's a pretty decent day.